Welcome back to the Earth Mama Living podcast. This is number 8. And I want to say I've been out for a little bit doing my NaNoWriMo writing, which is the National Novel Writing Month, and is the month of November. And it was fantastic. So if you've never thought about doing it, I consider recommending it to you very highly. So first thing here is I want to welcome you to this space where we explore healing through food, exercise, and mind-body wellness. I help you create a delicious, holistic lifestyle so you can massively improve your whole family's health without sacrificing time, flavor, or sanity. Open up your mind about food and cooking, mental wellness, body movement, and holistic home living. I'm recording in Phoenix, Arizona. Please tell your friends, share, and heart this episode, and let's grow together. You can find me on my blog on earthmamaliving.com, Facebook, Instagram, at Earth Mama Living Official, YouTube, and Rumble. In today's show, I'm going to talk about my views on Ascension. And I did a post around this not too long ago. I'll give you the exact date a little bit further along. And I'll give you a calming meditation from my environment where I live, the desert. I had a great time writing this one. Before I get into it today, I give you my best words of advice about gathering information from anywhere. Please read and listen to information you find here and anywhere with discernment. And what I mean is, look things up on your own to confirm what you need to know and understand. Feel free to ask me questions. Not everyone has the whole truth, and certainly neither do I, but when I look through and see multiple sources that contain similar or exact information and it resonates with me, then I sit with that until further or different knowledge is found. Does that make sense to you? Okay, great. So here's my core belief. In all that I do, I believe in challenging the status quo. I believe in trusting our bodies to heal themselves. The way I challenge the status quo is by teaching clean living by what we eat, what we allow around us, and all that supports our bodies to heal themselves. I'm going to do a guided meditation since we're always practicing connecting and being in our bodies as it relates to the earth and our higher selves. Please be sure to save this podcast for later. So let's get back to the main discussion, which is Ascension, and I did post this on November 4th, which was the beginning of my writing journey last month. And I titled it, What About Ascension, Earth Mama? Part 1 of ? Because I have a feeling I'll be writing about this again. Great, interesting topic, and it definitely brought out some things that I was not even thinking about. It was a great writing exercise for me also. So I will go through the blog here with you because I also have always additional content when I do my podcasts versus when I wrote the blog itself. So I've been reading about and have been part of Ascension before I even knew what it was. The concept of ascension, the word ascension activities and symptoms. I can't talk about ascension without talking about my mom. She took me to a yogi guru when I was 8 years old in Denver, Colorado. I am not sure of either of those two details, but that's what stuck in my mind. I'm pretty sure about that. She also took my brother. He gave me, the guru gave me a mantra that I was to repeat in my quiet times and meditation and times to need when I needed to get grounded. So he told me it was absolutely not to be repeated to anyone, and I was to come back at a later time to check in with him. I remember feeling very important and said the word to myself as instructed religiously. It felt good to have something that belonged to me. My brother, being 6 at the time, was curious if our guru had given us different words. We didn't actually say the words, but we kind of cheated and started to spell out the word, and without finishing, we knew we had the same word. We did the same thing with my mom, and she had a different word. After the first letter or two, it was definitely a different word. So, nodding, my mother said, well, we'll just keep doing our meditations, okay? We didn't want to jinx ourselves by breaking the big rule about not sharing the words. I believe Ascension is certainly our generational thing happening right now. I wonder if we'll ever truly know when it actually started, when it will end, and if we actually know in this lifetime if it has a completion. It does seem to have ramped up in the last 10 years, though, I would say. And by the way, certainly there are lots of people who give you definitive dates and timings on that. I just don't. I don't personally think that that is necessary to give an exact time frame, because do we really know? Maybe they know, maybe they have their own feelings about it, but my feeling is that we're in it now, probably. So what is it, ascension? My own definition of what I feel ascension is, it's an expansive, massive growth period of time where our planet and all who are on it, everyone, are growing at an exponential way exponential way with regards to our desire to seek much greater intelligence, connect with other humans, animals, plants, and all other life forms. Next, our Earth is evolving in ways we have no idea how to even perceive. And the third point is evolution of all on Earth to a higher dimension of consciousness. Not everyone seems to be affected. I think I came here knowing that I was to assist and take part in its evolution for this planet. As you can see from the photo that I had in the blog, which was me back when I was 3 months old, I have felt a resistance and have pondered my choice before coming here. I have definitely had to go through a multitude of events in my life, whether they were my choices directly or things and people that came across my path. It all helped me to grow to be where I am today. I digress. In this life of our ascension, there are 3 other elements that appear to be transmuting our way and helping us find our path. The first thing is downloads, they call them. I'll call it a download. So we are supposedly receiving information and even directly transmuted data from dimensions above our own into our bodies and brains. I have sensed these events. I have heard messages that were powerful to where I wrote them down and spoke them very loudly in my living space, usually during meditation. I have shared the messages with people in my world, usually online, and had great responses from my friends and family. I have also felt myself vibrating, literally, like my whole system was shaking, and then it passed. There are a lot of books and websites talking about ascension symptoms that you can go read about: headaches, lethargy, uneasiness, etc. The next point I make here is extraterrestrial intervention and or presence. This may or may not be related to the third item below, the next one, but there's no way there are no other life forms outside of our Earth and who aren't already here and who already aren't with us, lived with us, and influenced us. UFOs, USOs, underwater submerged objects, you name it, all related somehow to our ascension as well. There are a lot of things that I know to be true, whether I myself have proof or not. I've read enough books, seen enough shows, and witnessed things of my own just to have my own mind that is open to the ideas of what could be possible. And then, last but not least, in this time, I believe that the veil, as they call it, is truly thinning. That which has covered and mystified our connection to the other side. Dimensions filled with all sorts of entities, ancestors, master guides, master teachers, angels, and extraterrestrial general beings who live on a different plane. stories of past life memories that affect us today that cannot be disputed, multiple children who have memories of former life and are able to confirm certain factual data as being true. Stuff you just cannot push aside as false. I'd be happy to write about my own experiences with ghosts or entities that aren't there, so to speak, in the physical. That'll be another post. But for now, I'll say that it all is connected to the growth process that we're all going through. David Wilcock has discussed even how animals and our companion pets are seemingly evolving, becoming more aware, more connected to our psyches. I believe this to be true. Even though I am an empath and it comes naturally to me, I have been very connected to my pets who I've had over the years. They always seem to communicate with me so well and easily. They also seem to be very intelligent and often more sensitive to my needs than other humans. Relationship stuff and anything emotional that I happen to be going through. Work, just life. And yet, it's another blog post for sure. I trust in you that you yourself know what is your precise but perhaps less understood ascension process. You will find your own path for what it is to be evolving with all of this on this planet. This is the stance I am taking. And certainly 1 hour at a time sometimes is my mantra. Communication with other humans is very complex. I'm sure you know. Each of us brings so much to the table. If we can just sit with others, listen, observe, feel love around all, and know what is best for each of us, whether it is to stay around a certain person or to let them go with love. The main thing is, I truly do not know exactly all that is going on with our earthly planetary growth. I actually feel a great sense of peace feeling that I'm going with the flow, honoring what is best for me, and hearing all of the interesting dialogue around the Ascension topic. There are so many theories, and I bet you that they are all at least partially correct. What do you think? I remember a book that my mom gave me many years ago about the Pleiadians. Fascinating. I wish I could find it. Either I lost it or one of my former partners accidentally took it with them when they left. It's okay. I can buy another one. It talked about the famous 144,000 number of people who were supposedly going to ascend, and only that many. Interesting though, right? I don't know. My opinion on that is I have a feeling that it was a number quantifying not individuals. So I think we're going to find out, but I don't know. I hope in this lifetime, because I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what happens. I'm going to name this writing part 1. I think more will be revealed as this year goes on, and I will truly have more to discuss about it. And certainly next year, 2023. Talk to me about your feelings and experiences around all of it. Isn't it a beautiful thing to be human and alive right now? Blessed be. So that ends my snapshot and discussion around ascension. There's so much more to it. There's just so much. But I think it's really important that as community, as a world, as a planet, that we talk about it. So many different opinions about it. I love it. It's really, really fascinating. So what I'm going to do now is the guided meditation, and I actually posted the words, which you can download and read to yourself. You can re-record them yourself, or you can replay this podcast at your convenience. But I did post this on November 7th. So whenever you're ready, get comfortable, and I really hope that you enjoy this. So get comfortable, and here we go. Good day to you, my friend. This is a dreamy desert walk. The day welcomes you, and it is happy that you have chosen to walk through the desert so that you may have a chance to honor your body, your mind, and your heart. You slowly breathe in, and you breathe slowly out. First with your mouth, capture the scent of the air as you breathe in through your nose, ever so slowly. You smell the plants in the cool air and know that you will be walking near them soon. Yesterday it rained here. The smell of the soil from the desert floor, the creosote, the purple sage that lingers. There is so much to discover on your walk. You feel secure, safe, connected to the earth. The possibilities of seeing luscious plants that you've never seen before. You can't wait to brush your fingers along the leaves of verbena, sage, desert willow. You feel in alignment with your higher self as you step one foot forward towards the head of the trail. It is a good day. It is a good day to walk with your higher self. They are always with you, speaking to you quietly from beyond your present experience. It is wonderful to allow the possibility of them to be heard today. Perhaps today, as you embrace the newly watered desert, you may integrate some thoughts that have lingered on your mind for a while, and allow these thoughts to gently percolate in the background. As you are pleasantly surprised by the wonder you find in the natural setting of the desert path before you, slowly continue to take steps forward into the wilderness of the place you thought was dry and without life. As you move through the cool, slightly damp air, you observe a gray and black bird with a curious, bouncy tail looking your way. As you look over to the bird to acknowledge his presence, you smile softly at him and nod. Continue slowly down the path, which begins to turn to the left. As you step forwards, you feel the coolness kiss your cheeks. You feel appreciated and visible. As you step, small pebbles crunch a little. Small beetles scamper off the trail into the wild grass that lies low and grows quietly amidst the larger woody bushes. The bushes have gray, green leaves, small and soft to the touch. The scent of sage fills your nose, and you remember their name. A lizard moves his head quickly in your direction. You see him out of the corner of your eye to the left, holding his attention for just a moment. You appreciate his glance and wish that you could study his skin a bit longer. You continue down the path as it turns and see a large boulder set off to the side, where you can rest for a few moments to soak in the large trees that line the trail. There appears to be dark and cavernous areas under the twisted, robust ironwood trees. You wonder in your mind what kind of creatures could be making their home here. The boulder you sit upon is large enough to lay back, so that you can look at the clear, cloudless sky, taking a moment to breathe deeply. You feel the sunshine on your face and arms. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out slowly. Sitting up again, you decide to move forward onto the trail. Surprised, you see the top of the trail where you can see the whole horizon. The mountain trail where you meandered back and forth, and the other side of the mountain where you can discover another day. Nourishing yourself with water and food, you feel complete and more whole than you thought that you could be today. As you look around, your heart feels expansive, love and joy for everything around you. Passing many milestones you saw on the way up, you see them differently now. You are pleasantly surprised at how the journey felt. It wasn't as hard as you thought it to be. Accepting whatever came your way, the beauty of the world that you passed through today, you feel big and small at the same time. Seeing the entrance to the trail ahead, you feel the importance of what you felt and saw on your journey. You may now put together many new images in your heart, knowing that you are and have always been complete. Namaste, my friends. Welcome back. How do you feel? I welcome your comments and experience around this podcast today. Blessed souls out there, I send my love and wish you the best of energy, healing journeys. Have a beautiful day.